Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am General Lotz, and today we're going to be taking a look at Alien Isolation. And today I'm joined by...
Hello, everybody. It is the medic of the triple.
And he's not even muted this time. It's like we know what we're doing around here. All right, so...
Production.
Exactly. So, yeah. This game is 11 years old. Can you imagine it? It's, kind of crazy, you know? All right,
And yet, it's still better than most of the stuff out there today.
Yeah, it's kind of it kind of presaged the video game revivals of some of these franchises, you know, like Terminator Resistance and RoboCop. It predated them all by many years. Let's see. Well,
I wonder if in
go on.
I wonder if in 10 years we're gonna look back on RoboCop like this was peak. It was peak, man.
There's a good chance that's gonna happen. Let's see, Cyrus. The true sequel would actually be Aliens. This is more of what would be considered an interquel, since it takes place between the first and second. It's kind of like Lion King 1.5. Not that I've ever seen it. And hello, Neji. And this has been a very good afternoon. I found a cake for $4.50. I'm happy about that cake, and it's good too.
The cake is not a lie.
Exactly. Cyrus, if you want to play this game, you could technically just get a PS3 or an Xbox 360, and it's got a version on there. It's perfectly playable. Yeah, the new James Bond game, I'm really looking forward to that. It looks like it might actually be good. Might actually be. Alright, let's get started here. We're gonna play Alien Isolation. We're gonna start a whole new game. If we're not doing New Game Plus around here. All the save data of your current campaign will be overwritten. Oh well. So yeah, this is...
I had...
Go on.
I apologize. If I had one issue, and it's a small issue about the game, the choice of character, Amanda Ripley. If you ever saw the director's cut of Aliens, you know her fate.
Yeah, but we could just assume that it's like, it's company propaganda, man. I hope this isn't too loud, because...
Final report of the commercial starship Nostromo.
Yeah, that looks pretty loud.
Third officer reporting.
Because I can't actually...
The other members of the crew.
Put the audio down to super low, but this is a game that I think has audio that
Lambert,
you can't really fix that well.
Parker. Brett. Ash.
If you get audio bleed through on my end, just let me know.
And Captain
I got a little bit
Dallas
just now.
are dead.
All right, I'm adjusting the volume on my end.
Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks.
All right, that should fix
With
that.
a little luck, the network will pick me up.
And yeah, Neji, I saw the trailer for Alien Earth.
This is
by Dan
Ripley,
Abnett. I didn't know he wrote this. Or maybe I
last
did.
survivor of the Nostromo.
Dan Abnett.
Dan Aykroyd.
Signing off.
No, even better. Dan Abnett. He's a major Warhammer 40,000 writer.
Well, the alien is technically a cone.
Yep. But yeah, Alien Earth might be good. You never know. This is gonna be a loud cutscene.
Ripley?
I turn them down as low as possible, but...
I'm Samuels. I work for the company.
Oh, I do, Cyrus, I do.
It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda.
I think the alien was the superior looking one. I didn't really care for the rippled heads, all because James Cameron was afraid they'd break under stress and pressure.
The Nostromo.
Where?
I'll touch on that in a minute. I just hope everybody can hear us. Because this sounds really loud to me.
What did it tell you?
And this is at the minimum audio.
The unit was taken to Sevastopol station.
I can hear you just fine.
It's
okay.
Proprietary,
but I can't
so the company wants it to be collected.
I like the camera
as
design just because it looks more cool and less
Sevastopol's a supply
as loud as fuck. Well,
region.
there's not much I can do about it.
I know what it is.
Because it's already super low.
Transit's arranged. There's a
But I
courier
think once
ship
we get
called
into
the Torrance
gameplay,
heading out
it'll be
that way in
quiet. I
2
think it's one of
days.
those games where like the cutscenes just
We're going to
are
travel
extra
out.
loud,
We?
or it's set
Me
to one
and another exec,
audio level and you can't
And you?
change it.
if you're willing.
And since Triple X is coming through the main audio line, I'm kind of screwed.
Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read
But-
the
What
case
was I good? Did
history.
you come through the back channels?
No, you're coming through audio 1.
I know why you're working in the region where she went missing.
And yeah, I prefer the Cameron design. I think that was the
Still looking,
quintessential design
aren't you?
for all of the 90s and some of the early 2000s
I've
as
been
well.
clear to offer you a
The thing
place
about
on
this
the
game,
Torrance
as good
if
as
you
it
want to
is,
come along.
this reset Aliens or Alien
Maybe
back to Alien
there'll be
from
some
Aliens.
closure
Whereas
for you.
before, everything was sort of like descended from Aliens. Now it's just all Alien all the time, and Aliens is kind of forgotten. Which is kind of sad, because I don't like Alien as much as Aliens. I don't like that universe. And we already know what happens. It's kind of like what happened with, the prequels.
If I may hark back to the design real quick before we get off topic, I kind of agree. I do like the aliens designs with the rippled head, considering that the drone was an infant in the first movie. So as they aged, you think their carapace would develop other traits.
There's that. What's kind of interesting, though, is there's a video game called Alien versus Predator Extinction, where they make it a whole different species entirely, where the first alien is a drone that's designed to establish the hive, and then the Cameron aliens are the warriors designed to, like, expand
Yep.
it. I prefer that. I really like that. And
I like there
Gus-
being rules.
Exactly. And agnostic, today's good. I got a cake for $4.50. I'm very happy about that. A full cake! Did you see the Predator film? Yep, review is going up on Monday. I think the big chap is a drone scout. Yeah, that's what he's supposed to be. The big chap, or Kane's son. Nobody got that joke. I made a joke like 12 years ago. Where I reviewed like a model of the original Alien. I'm like, do you think Kane has to pay child support now? Or something like that. Why is she taking a shower in her clothes? Oops. Ripley, go home, you're drunk. So now we're just gonna be wet the entire time and no one's gonna comment on it. It's like, uh-oh, Ripley's gonna be wet. Man, I don't know what she's doing here. I guess she's aroused by the wall ginas.
Walginas?
Yes. My PS4 is shredding my discs and cooking them. Oops, that's not good. The Duke Nukem. Yeah, Duke Nukem. We got a leak of Duke Nukem D-Day, which was going to be a PS2 game. I downloaded that. There's no enemies, and you can, like, walk through the level, like, architecture, so it's not actually playable in any way, but it looks like it would have been alright. I mean, it doesn't look like it would have set the world on fire, but Duke Nukem D-Day looks like it would have definitely been a game. An alien animation film. Yes, I would like to see that. But before my review comes out on Predator, Killer of Killers,
Good morning.
it's really, really good.
Recut as a comedy.
I don't know how you
I saw that a long time ago,
regularly.
which was kind of hilarious.
That was really good.
Long haul very often. Most legal execs don't travel
I mean,
further than the coffee machine.
it's kind of like, what if Wicker Man was a comedy? I mean, that works pretty well.
It's important we find out what happened.
That would be funny.
If I can close
I like
the case
Mrs. Doubtfire as a horror movie.
it'll look great
Yep.
with my superiors.
Yeah, Cyrus, it's very much worth watching.
Realize your mother has
And the
been
best part
missing
about it
for
is
50
one of the main characters is from
It's
Texas.
okay. We'll both get
Which
what
I
we
like.
want, right?
Salamander's Champion Pack and Space Marine Timer still is my favorite way to play,
He's
but
probably been up for hours.
I actually played some more Space Marine 2 today. I got some footage of the co-op campaign. It's alright. I need to enable advanced settings to get enemies on PCSX2. Okay, I need to try that. Making some Count Dankula style videos. I mean, that could work.
Oh no! What happened? Oh, that's just awful. How terrible. Oh, no.
Psh. Okay.
That's my Scottish accent.
That sounded more like Polish to me. But then I'm bad with accents. I can't do accents. Let's see. Did Disney do a good job with the 20th century franchises? Kind of. I mean, Prey, I think, was a better movie than the slot merchant said it was. I've not actually seen it, but I do have it sitting on my hard drive. Prey, for those who don't know, is a prequel to Predator 1. It's set like in the 1700s. It's the sort of like another origin story of that flintlock pistol. And I gotta tell you, it looks like all the slot merchants said it like it was a girl boss thing, but I bet it wasn't. So I kind of want to watch that at some point.
Well, I don't really need as much.
The Dankula video on Willy's Chocolate Experience. Okay, I know what that is. Like, in Britain, there was, like, some kind of really low-tier Willy Wonka thing that sold a bunch of tickets, but it was really just a bunch of meth addicts in, like, a abandoned loft or something.
On ships like this.
Of course.
Correct.
So, yeah.
She's not a seasoned traveler.
See, my thing about Space Marine 2, though, is why is the final boss defeated in the co-op campaign? And it's not really even treated that seriously either. I'm gonna make a joke in the video for Space Marine 2, because this happened and it was perfect. When I defeated the Swarm Lord, what ended up happening is like my character was like, power ready, right after the enemy dies. It's like, wow, that kind of ruined the drama there. Stubborn with my hatred of Disney, refused to watch Prey, Killer of Killers, Earth Hive, or Romulus. Well, I mean, you see, Anthony Jordan, you can do that without giving them money, but I can't tell you how to find it. But you really should, like, pay 5 times the price. There you go. But you could always watch it other ways. Not that I would know anything about that.
You wouldn't download a car, would you?
No, I would pay, like, over sticker price.
Exactly.
Star Wars First Assault. Never heard of it. I want Star Wars 1313 where you play as Boba Fett. I want my Boba Fetts.
Hey, 1313 was one of my old addresses.
Bip. Did Boba Fett live there?
No, my grandpa lived there.
You all had
No.
a restful journey?
The Torrens is
Well, that works.
He was kind of Boba Fettish.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot
He had a
of
missile
price to
backpack.
refit.
Meh.
She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching.
Those things are hard to walk
Station.
around in.
Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits. Is that
I'd always be
right?
afraid that
All
fall and
those
flip and
events are
shoot the
going right
rocket
away
off.
with him.
Good.
Yeah, that would be
Let's
kind
get
of a
this
concern, or if it might,
Don't worry,
the fuel might go off.
routine. In and out. Connor, how we
I
doing?
can get it, Anthony. Like, Disney is pretty crap, but I had to watch Predator Killer of Killers.
So I can say hello.
In the video, I talked about how I didn't even want to like it. I thought it was going to be god-awful, but it surprised me with how
Watch
good
the
it was.
approach on the monitors.
Star Wars COD / Battlefront, that might not be bad. Might not be. But right now, we're going through all just the regular crap here. I love how that space station looks like.
Can
the
we see
refinery,
it?
Even though it really
Switch to
shouldn't.
monitors. Sevastopol Station.
I believe that is an M-class
Is that
Starfreighter.
Looks like
That'd it be. I have a Lego version
Punch
of
up
the
74,
Nostromo.
tight angle.
I haven't built it because I've got no room
Looks
for
like
it.
the
but I
dry
picked
dock
one of
bay
those
is
up.
screwed.
Chinese.
I can't bring the
knockoff.
Torrens into that.
This is a commercial vessel.
I hear they have
Torrens
a
out of St.
substantial
Clair,
dollar
registration
amount
number
attached to it.
MSV7760,
Yeah, this
calling
economy, it's
Sevastopol
even
Traffic
higher.
Control. We're carrying 3 passengers on a Wayland.
Damn
Tawny
you, space
Bond,
inflation!
You're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the
Yeah, so the
passengers port
gameplay
side
audio
over.
is going to be low. This is going to be high, and you can't change it. So
This Waits, Colonial Marshal, Sevastopol State. Serious situation.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again?
yep, the Emperor did show up as a cameo in Space Marine 2, which I'm kind of surprised at. If it wasn't for the fact that we've got, you know,
The station's comms seem pretty screwed up,
the,
so our fitted
plot
Samuel
moving
suit
forward in
with a
40K,
radio
it wouldn't make a
booster.
lot of sense for them to do
I can
that.
only keep the Torrens in
Or for
transit
the
for
Emperor to do
24
that. Like,
hours.
You'll
what's so
have from
special
us
about
by then.
Titus? I like how we got the original
Safe trip.
spacesuits. They always look pretty cool. Really uncomfortable.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody
The Easter
space
eggs
wars.
in this
It's the
game
only
are
option.
perfect.
And it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you.
The little drinking bird on the table.
Exactly. How much for the bird?
You know, I want one of those stupid
Hating
drinking
this.
birds ever
Just
since
shout on
I
me
saw
to
the
do it.
movie.
You too, Samuels.
I always do The Simpsons, though. Okay, so this thing is kind of stupid. Just because it's like, wait a minute. The book is even worse about this, because yes, I read the book, and the book's god-awful. The book is terrible. Do not read. Because it basically turns Amanda Ripley into kind of a...
You're doing good, Tim.
a man-hating feminist. Sad.
Just keep moving.
Boo!
Taylor Ripley, hold on.
There's got to be a better way to enter that ship. Or that space station, though.
Oh, for the record, they're all dead.
Taylor, respond,
Yes.
anybody.
There's no reason why they should do a spacewalk like that anyway. And why would you put the Samuels, not Samuels, the other woman, I can't remember her name now. In the book, they specifically
Taylor.
say she has no spacewalking experience. So there is no way she could do that. She would die. Yeah, this game's on sale. It's pretty
Why did Samuels need a spacesuit?
good. I guess like the skin would like freeze in the cold. I would guess. That's what I
Yeah,
would think.
okay, fair enough.
A blood angel barking on it. Yep. Yeah, for those who don't know the difference between like a Primaris Marine and a Firstborn, the Firstborn were the original Space Marines, and the Primaris showed up in 2017 as part of a 40k continuity continuation kind of thing. People are kind of salty about that, and I am too, because they just kind of completely forgot about the Firstborn. Yeah, tech stuff is always enjoyable, learning new skills and such. Find help. We are the help. We are our own first responder. So this game is very long. I'm talking very long. I'm talking like this took me like 12 hours to beat. So we're not
Yeah,
gonna
it
get.
was 20 for me on my first, but I spent all the time looking at all the detail.
But even if you don't, it takes forever. Like this game does not end.
The
Which is-
beginning is very slow.
So we don't even really fight
And
the Xeno. Go on.
I'm sorry, I was going to also say the end ends like 3 times, technically.
Yeah. When I did my video on it, I was like, it's like Inagata to Vita. It just doesn't end.
But yet you love it anyway.
I think of the, like, video game retro revivals, I think this is actually my least favorite, though. I mean, I like it a lot, but when you compare it to Terminator or RoboCop, I think RoboCop is above this and Terminator is above RoboCop. Because this game, it's so long, you know, it's, when you don't have a lot of time to devote to a game, it's like, ugh, just end already. I personally am not too salty about the Primaris versus Firstborn. It's annoying, but I can live with it. But it's still, I feel like it's a missed opportunity for drama. Rotoscoping, damn. Yeah, I read the other comments. That's a lot of work. And hello, Master Gamer. Okay, so we don't fight the Xenomorph right now. We don't even see him for a little while. Our first enemies are actually called the Paranormax, which are basically other humans that have gone crazy. And I have no idea who the female is for this. She's not that cute, I gotta say. Whereas Sigourney, I think, is pretty hot. Even to this day, even if she doesn't have an ass or boobs, she just has that natural femininity, you know.
Damn. This'll help.
Okay, so we got our flare. We can fight the T-Rex now. Yeah, find
For
the
Christ's sake, I
paranormal.
just got the reference.
Like, nobody move.
I'm thinking
a
like,
muscle.
what T-Rex?
Yeah, there's no T-Rex here yet. A T-Rex xenomorph.
No, I just got the reference a minute ago.
Let's see. So do we go up here? After the first guy gets killed by the Xeno, if you make a lot of noise at the tram door, it will find and kill you. Huh. Yeah, there are audio logs in this game. You find them on the little 70s computers. The Commodore Pets! I think they were supposed
Can
to
they
be...
run crisis?
Anyone here?
Maybe. It's supposed to be the future. Now that's a question, though. Could computers 100 years from today run the software? I bet because of nerds like you or I, they will, but probably only with, like, emulators and shit like that. You know, there's, like, RetroArch of the future. I just get the feeling that's going to happen. There was supposed to be a Jurassic Park game that was kind of like a survival horror thing. There's even a trailer, but I think it got canned. Okay, like, you don't really... What are we signing in to? And why is it only grayscale? Or green screen? Move the stash. 03... Okay, that's going to be useful. So there's the audio log. So what's interesting about that is, like, whenever you got a game where there's audio logs, you would think the character would, like, know them, but only the player knows what's in the audio log, whereas the actual character in the game is completely clueless. It's like, the audio log explains exactly what's going on, and then the character's like, huh? What happened? And yeah, a lot of those IPs...
Resident Evil has a bad habit of doing that, where they explain way too much in the files that you find.
And then Jill or Chris is like, what? A zombie? You just read it! Damn, I wish I could read. A lot of IPs would be public domain. Yep. So you can imagine. So 100 years ago, or 100 years from now, we'll have Star Wars. And it'll be good. That was a fan-made game, alright. Harry Davis of the future who can make operating systems from ancient times. I mean, classic stuff is not going to die just because it is worth something, and to a certain extent, people just care enough about it. I mean, there's a lot of 80s computers that you can emulate with RetroArch. I mean, DOS, the disk operating system.
You mean dirty operating system?
The Torrens.
I'm right here. Elaine!
Nope. There's no sound in space. In space, no one can hear you, yell. Or is it scream? I forget.
Great.
I thought it was minstrel.
Missed
never mind.
opportunity at the arcade here. Tell me you wouldn't have loved to play a mini game at the arcade.
That would have been pretty neat. But we got like let's call this foosball. This is table tennis.
I know it wouldn't fit the game, but it still would have been cool to play an old Sega classic.
Probably couldn't get the rights or didn't care. Templos.
I remember when the game first came out that the cabinets were visible, but then they put an update patch out, and now they're all covered for some reason.
There's one that isn't. Run Around Rex isn't, but you can't actually do anything with it.
See, how cool would it be to play that right now, just for even just a minute?
I wonder why you can't. I mean, you could play like a little arcade in like Doom 3. I guess it could be a rights problem. It could be like a programming issue, any number of things.
You play the alien in a game of air hockey.
Alien versus Predator. The true battle. Commodore 64.
Now you're onto something.
I remember the commercial for...
I would play that.
I remember the commercial for AVP Extinction where, like, evidently the alien and Predator are, like, living in an apartment. Like, the alien's taking a shower, and then, like, the Predator flushes the toilet and burns the xenomorph. I thought it was pretty hilarious. Situation other than aliens and some malfunctioning androids. Yeah, they did enough stuff to make this game not just the same old crap over and over again. Because if you were just hiding from the xenomorph, that would get pretty old after a while. Okay, we need the ion torch. Would you rather want audio logs or email? I actually prefer email. I don't want to listen to audio logs. It takes too long because people read stuff too slow. No, it was AVP Extinction. Had that. There was a commercial for that. Does that say strangers will be shot? But if you all live on the same space station, how could you be strangers by this point? I know your pain. I know your pain. And yeah, hiding does get boring.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad the Second Amendment found its way to space.
That is cool, but you know that wouldn't actually happen, though.
No.
There is no way a corporation would allow anybody to have a gun. Ooh, no, we can't have those. I mean, with all the crazy people in corporations, although you never know. 100 years from now, all this DEI nonsense, no one's going to even know. It's going to be something like, people will look upon that the same way we look upon, like, you know, lobotomies. No, that's the thing. Everybody who says they're on the right side of history now, 100 years from now, it's like, wow, how are people that stupid?
I hate that argument. I'm on the right side of history, man.
Like, everybody thinks that. You ever think about, like, some of the crazy beliefs from 100 years ago? Everybody thought they knew what they were talking about, and now we just kind of look at them as like, well, they must have been, like, really stupid. Who could believe that?
I mean, we burnt witches.
I mean, there's that. Although a lot of them were just hung, though. That's not better.
Yeah. Upgrade.
This whole damn place is falling apart.
So, here's a piece of alien trivia that I think is kind of funny that I did not know about until I listened to it in a commentary last week. Evidently, there's a scene at the end of Alien where Ripley is in a state of undress. Oh my god, I hate that scene, and I'll tell you why. You try to watch that with, like, anyone other than yourself or, like, a girlfriend or wife or whatever, it gets kind of awkward. You know? Any kind of nudity gets kind of awkward. I'm just saying. And I remember I got to see Alien in theaters in 2004 when it came back for, I think it was like the 25th anniversary? It was some anniversary in 2004. And I remember a parental individual turned to me and it's like, oh, so that's why you like this movie, John? And I'm like, very awkward. Very, very awkward. Predator 2 's the
You
worst.
should have just leaned into it and said, yeah, I like this movie for one 30-second scene.
Yeah, but at that point, it's already too late. I mean, Predator 2 is even worse. It's got that full-on, you know, sex scene that comes out of nowhere. And it's never mentioned again. Like, that's embarrassing. I remember we rented Predator 2 once, and I knew that scene was coming. It was like, oh, I gotta run in the bathroom, and I ran in the bathroom just as soon as that popped on. So, yeah. But anyway, the piece of trivia that I learned that I did not know, it apparently comes from a commentary on the Laserdisc. Which I never had. Oh yeah, we can get a shotgun here later in the game. But anyway, evidently, they had to paint Sigourney's pubic hair, because, well, it was the 70s. And that apparently cost a lot of money. I just think that's kind of hilarious. It's like, why not just give her? Why not just give her bigger undies? You know, it's like seriously. Or she could have shaved. I'm just saying. How hard would that have been? I mean, the chick in Star Trek 1 shaved her head. Like, come on, Sigourney. The guy wearing a Che Guevara shirt claims to be on the right side. Yep. Che Guevara, for those who don't know. Well, here's the crazy part about Che Guevara. That's not even his name. Che is like a nickname, because he would, apparently it was a verbal tick where he'd say Che over and over again or something. I remember reading about that back in the old college days.
So I got a bit of trivia for you about Alien. It's also the Purina logo, which is a reference to the alien will eat.
I mean, that's kind of hilarious. I don't think I actually knew that. And like in Alien, it was originally Wayland. It's just like British Wayland versus Wayland. No, British Leyland.
And,
that's what it was.
Ash was a Hybridyne unit.
I think that came later though, because yeah, there was sort of an attempt to combine combine Alien and Terminator by having like a Hyperdyne and Cyberdyne. You know, I could kind of go with that. Yeah, Che was terrible. For the people probably don't know this, but like Cuba sent like, oh, we're talking about like painted pubic hair. Then we talk about, yes, in the 1980s, Cuba sent mercenaries to Africa where they committed a great many war crimes. I don't see how one leads to the other, but okay.
Pubic hair leads to.
Ripley has some very tiny arms. For like a space blacksmith, you think she would have lifted a little bit. You lift, bro? Lasagna? Lasagna is not bad.
You go for some lasagna.
And today we had a good old-fashioned Texas cookout. Had some delicious hamburgers and some tater tots. Although, I guess tater tots must be copyrighted because it was like potato puffs. It's like, oh, it's the HEB brand potato puff, aka tater tot. I don't think I'd want to live on a space station. I mean, it sounds cool to live in space, but at the same time, you're stuck in a tin can with a bunch of crazy people.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, come on, it's just one dead body, Ripley. You can handle that. Well, I'm glad you could at least catch a little bit of this stream, Jackal Savage. Che Guevara was like a henchman to Fidel Castro.
What? Jackal, you son of a gun. What are you doing here? I know that guy from way back.
Oh.
He's a GT creator like me.
Nice. I never was a big car guy.
Except he lives in California.
Oh.
I think I need this more than you do.
Not fun.
It's okay, he's based.
There's a lot of those people there. Yeah, it's... Let's see, wait, how do I use the thing? I'm trying to remember how these controls even work.
I want to make a complaint.
Okay, well that's that. Well, that was a waste.
The highest authority, okay?
We can attack all the T-Rexes with this.
That's Watson.
You know, for being really skinny,
My complaint is this.
you know, Ripley can just bash a lock off.
They should be protected.
Like, I'm not sure even I could do that. Yeah, lower gravity, not good.
No one knows what it is. No one fucking knows. They put brains.
H.R. Giger also did the alien design for Species. Yep.
It's like they keep summing out.
Now, I remember watching a lot of documentaries for Alien. Oh yeah, there's also a RoboCop documentary on Amazon. I'm gonna watch that at some point just because I would like to see some more RoboCop trivia. But I watched a lot of Alien commentaries and stuff like that. Evidently, like, the xenomorph is supposed to be the male fear of pregnancy. Now, being a guy, I don't think I've ever been afraid of pregnancy, because it never really crossed my mind. So I'm not really sure where this fear comes from, outside of, like, you know, colleges. I think every android is kind of like getting, like, commands from the system, but I think they might have some autonomous abilities. What about what they did in Fear, where you listen to phone messages? That's pretty neat. I mean, I thought that was kind of cool, but you kind of had a choice to listen to them, and it also kind of added to the overall world. And it kind of made a little bit more sense that these people were leaving messages for people instead of just, you know, recording their diaries while they're being attacked by xenomorphs and crazy people and androids. It's like, dear diary, today a xenomorph tried to, never mind. His tail was very big, but I just couldn't take, never mind, we can't go that far. I'll get canceled. Yeah, the maintenance jack is kind of neat. I'm sure there's probably a 3D printed one you can get off of Etsy.
I do love how you have to be quiet when the aliens are around, but she just tosses these big, heavy 3M door locks to the ground like nothing.
Yep.
Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley.
Hark,
Station.
is that a
This ship.
Glock
There's no
sight I
ships
see?
here.
Yeah.
There are now.
Well, that's good news, because things are not so good here. Something
And so
blue
his
just
name is
now
Axel
rocked
in the
this
book.
whole place.
I saw it.
The entire time in the book, Ripley is just constantly going on about the fact that this is that he's a guy,
That's the least
and
of our
is constantly
problems.
doing a feminist thing against
Yeah.
him, which I really don't like.
Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
When a 9-foot
Like what?
alien monster is killing you one by one, does gender
Okay.
matter?
You would think it wouldn't, but I love how there's this read owner's manual logo on there. It's like that
What's your
carried into
name?
the future.
Axel.
I was boarding with 2 colleagues. EVA. We got separated by the blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
'Cause you
See,
seem
I
to
like
know
this
your way
character.
around.
I like Axel here. Just
What's in it
because
for me?
he could be a complete
Place
shit
on the
stain to
ship.
her, but he isn't. He's completely scared out of his mind.
Trust you.
But compared to
need
the
to
other
find
humans on
comms.
this station, he's
I
actually
need to
pretty
contact my
sensible.
ship.
I don't think he deserves to get killed.
Justice for Axel.
This
Yes.
is your lucky day.
Let's go, sweetheart. Seeks and comms is in the Systech Spire. It's quite a distance.
Not to nitpick the game further, but they really borked the sweat animation on the characters.
Yeah, it was 2014. It's as good. We're lucky it's as good as it is. Yeah, the revolver's not too bad.
And the lens flare in this game, like in this era, drove me crazy.
Yeah, Dishonored 2 is terrible about that. They just are constantly blasted bloom into your face.
Yep.
Species 2 was released on YouTube. Oh man.
Okay, we're not looking for trouble. Who are you?
I'm John. This is Ringo.
Ooh,
They're just
off the
assholes.
wall question
We haven't
for
got
you.
time for this. Come on, Jenna.
Did you ever see a horror movie called Mimics?
We don't need their
I think
help.
so, but I don't remember anything about it.
Don't tell them anything. Look, I've
It's
got
about like
to
these
work.
bug creatures that lived in the sewers.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Good luck.
Did they ever say where they came from?
I think it was like a science experiment, maybe.
What the hell was
Maybe.
that about?
I remember seeing that movie a long time ago and not understanding a thing about it.
To their own. Safer that way.
Yeah, I think like they might have been like a science experiment. They kind of disguised themselves as like people in coats somehow.
Yeah,
I hope this ship of yours is
I always
yeah, I remember that.
No, go on.
I remember some kid got murderated by one of them.
I didn't remember that, but I always mistook it for Relic, which was another one of those, you know, kind of like alien-ish movies.
Hold up. Let me get the elevator.
The Alien Anthology for Blu-ray. You know, I still have my Alien Quadrilogy. I was so happy to get that. It was $80 back in 2004. I scrimped and I saved, but I got my Alien. I was very happy about that.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Mimic has sequels,
button.
huh? There's a bug they released to the sewers to kill cockroaches because they were spreading disease. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that is right. I do remember that.
What the hell was going on?
They were supposed to have like some Terminator gene that killed them, but they mutated them.
Do you get the horrors of when a system goes haywire and machines go crazy? Yeah, there's a bit of a thing where on Twitter where this robot went haywire, but the robot wasn't smart enough to do that. It was just a system glitch. AI is not smart enough to do that. AI is not even AI. It's just a language algorithm.
You're saying it's more A than I?
Maybe. Alien Quadrilogy for $20. Man, that's cheap. You had to pay a lot of money back in the old days for movies. I remember, I think I found an old VHS tape a couple weeks ago that had like a price tag on it. It was like $25. And the VHS tape has a copyright date of like 1994. And $25 back then was not cheap.
Are you crazy? There's no way off.
Now, see, these humans are pretty dumb. I could see this happening in the real world, though. I mean, obviously, they're video game enemies, but like, hey, we've got a ship. If we work together, we can get off the station. But I could see people being that stupid. I mean, just look at all these riots. You know?
We'll have to go around them. Follow me.
Yeah, there's
Oh, no. They're setting up Space Tumbler.
Uh-oh. You don't want that. Well, I never used Tumblr. But yeah, AI, there was an AI company that apparently created an AI, but it turned out it was just, well, 700 people in India coming up with responses. Oops.
You want to go and say hello? It's your funeral. Those guns aren't for show.
Let's see, which movie am I happy to come out this year? I am actually looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth. I think that might be a good, stupid movie. That Superman thing, I hope is good. I hope they actually make Superman, you know, sufficiently heroic. Henry Cavill had the look of Superman, but they didn't let him actually be Superman, which was kind of annoying. The trailer for Superman didn't really wow me, because, like, Superman is supposed to be fairly well-adjusted mentally, and in the trailer for this new Superman movie, like, Lois is, like, saying, like, oh, Superman, you caused an international incident. And Superman's like, but I was helping people! It's like, he made himself look kind of crazy. It's like, Superman should have been like, look, yes, I caused an international incident, but I was able to save people in the long run, you know, and he needed to be very calm and collected. That's the kind of Superman I like. Not just like, it's not my fault kind of Superman, you know? Listen to catchy to Vip. The Scottish Willy Wonka. They've got all the meth you can smoke. I'm hoping that Jurassic World Rebirth is at least worth the no money I'm gonna pay to see it. And no, that is not a euphemism for getting a cam rip. Oh no, I've got a gift card. I got a gift card for my birthday, and I've been saving it to go see that. I will actually pay to see Soupy Man. Hold Y to reload the flashlight. Tactical reload. Do you remember mag lights? Like 4D cells? Like you could bash a xenomorph in the head with that thing.
I actually have a mag light sitting right next to me.
Awesome. I used to have one. Unfortunately, it broke a long time ago. Like somehow...
Now that's impressive.
Well, it's the weirdest thing. The batteries literally melted. I don't know how this happened. The D cells melted in the actual body itself. My grandfather had to take a hacksaw to it just to see, like, what's stuck in there. And, like, yeah. This was a long time ago. Like, I have no idea how this happened, but it did. Evidently the mag light isn't acid proof because the battery's corroded in there. I don't know how that happened either. Get a version of the Blu-ray from Game Exchange, but some of the discs are missing. Well, that sucks. Gun wheel.
You ever see those videos of mag lights taking bullets?
That's pretty neat. Mag lights are kind of cool, but I like having like a headlamp or something. That way you can have light in line of sight. What was my opinion of Prey? I've never seen Prey. I listened to the slot merchants, they were saying it was a girl boss kind of thing. I bet it's not. I've been finding that a lot of the times the slot merchants, when they talk about different things, come to find out none of it's actually true. One of these days I am going to review a lot of these really crappy movies. I'm not sure when that's going to be, like Farce Awakens. I need to actually watch that and review it, and I bet I find stuff in that the slot merchants didn't even know about. I've seen a few scenes from Prey, and it doesn't look bad. Like, the Predator fights like a bear. But when you see something like that, when a Predator fights a full-grown grizzly bear, it's like, well, no human could ever fight a Predator then. Because when you consider how much a grizzly bear weighs and how much it can, and how much damage it can do, it's like, well, a human just literally would not stand a chance. Like, at all.
I can see the memes already. Woman versus predator bear.
Yeah. You know, I'll tell you this. Like, talk about like the man or bear or man bear pig. Man bear pig must die. I can see why some of the females would choose the bear, because like if a bear is just in the woods, you know, it might not want to attack if it's not hungry or something. Whereas if there's like a psycho in the woods, like a male feminist, that'd be more dangerous to a certain extent because it's intelligent.
We don't want to piss him off.
Well, for a given value of intelligence.
You know we're living in dark times when even bears can get false allegations.
Oh my. Prey 2006, damn fine game. I did a whole like 30-minute retrospective on that game. I liked it a lot.
That's it. You heard it here first. I am canceling all bears.
Yep. SteamOS is faster than Windows with DirectX 2 or Dave 2D video. I never heard of that.
Quietly. Hold up.
What's the emergency? Someone else has been here. Everyone, stay alert. Keep your guns tight.
Shoot anyone you don't know. Well, hey, I got a spaceship we could go to and escape on. No, because these people would be dumb enough. They'd try to take over the starship and not have any astronav ability, and then they'd all die. So, whatever.
Still got to get through there. The door at the end.
Aliens would get shot by the Marines, but you don't really see acid go anywhere. Yeah, but that's a detail we don't really care about. You don't need to see the acid splattering, and that'd take too much time.
You're smaller than me.
Predator Collection 2. Yeah, the Predator Collection wouldn't be bad. Like, if you just got Predator 1, 2, and 3 and Killer of Killers, that'd be very much worth watching.
What's up? You decide to help yourself a little? What the fuck?
You know, I am willing to give panda bears a pass. Don't make me regret my decision.
The Jack Black Bears. Oh my god, I just got a joke. The Jack Black Bears.
No good.
Blep.
Damn it. What about the lock Joe rigged up? I've just come from there. Sealed tight. Eyes open.
I got my eye on you, koala bear.
Someone's gonna have to tell the boss.
Boss? It's a goddamn store closed.
Evidently, Jack Black reinvigorated his career with the Minecraft movie, which I'm happy to see. I don't think Jack Black was really that bad of a guy. It was technically Kyle Gass that was making a gas of, you know, a very bad thing that happened.
Yes. Boo, Kyle. Boo.
And it's like, it's not really, like, what was Jack Black supposed to do? It's like, how dare you say that, sir? I don't really see him doing that.
I mean, how bad do you have to be booted and deported from Australia?
So, I'm glad Jack Black was able to weather the storm. I need to actually watch the Minecraft movie with its lava chicken.
Come out and we won't hurt you. How would you saw movement inside?
You won't hurt us. If you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor, right?
Maybe the safety got tripped.
Could have been a rodent. Got stuck in it and set off the safety. A rat. Big fucking rat.
Oh yeah, the Trump v. Elon spat. That's already over with. Like that, it ended pretty fast actually. Because like already he had to Elon had to recant, which I find
I'm getting I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I'm getting friendship ended with Mujasir vibes with Elon and Trump.
Follow me.
I don't know what that is.
I'll link you after the stream.
Okay. I don't know what a Muda seer is or. So.
It was an internet historian video.
Okay. But yeah, there's their whole like spat is over with, you know.
Much further.
Elon had to remove a tweet that was rather mean-spirited. So
I'm thinking about an island.
The island of Dr. Moreau.
My shipping out papers were for a week ago.
No, but it rhymed with leptine.
Oh my. Let's see. Most copies of Skyrim and RDR2. Damn, that's crap. I lost a copy of the Undead Nightmare of Red Dead Redemption 1 when I knocked my Xbox over. Completely destroyed the disc.
Cut us off. Got it. We need to activate both consoles at the same time to open it. I'll do this one.
Yeah, the ice riots. Okay. It's kind of funny though. It's like, wait a minute, they can do that, but if somebody does something in DC, that's gonna get people put in jail for 4 years. I know the.
You got to backtrack to the double lock.
All right. That's the only problem with like playing a game. You're trying to read the chat and play the game. It's like, wait, what am I doing?
Ready. On 3.
I got you.
Seems like a very poor design that you'd have to do this. It's like, what if you don't have somebody to push the button? Uh-oh.
Behind you.
Save Axel.
Fuck you! Get here now! I've got the thieving son of a bitch. You bums think
Smacky smacky time.
Get the fuck!
There we go. I forgot how to smacky smack. Shoot the shit out of him. Don't waste a bullet. We could have just meleeed him.
Fuck.
Let's go. The others are on their way.
Yeah,
Damn it, Axel, you had one job.
To go. Now.
You could have just bludgeoned him.
Move it.
I mean, how horrible that somebody died.
I think he's dead.
Okay, you should
Rest
check his
in peace.
browser history.
Come on!
Uh-oh.
You killed that guy!
Because he was going to
He
kill
recently
me.
purchased
You saved
Amaranth
my
Pass,
life.
so
This is about survival. Do you understand?
What I don't understand is why women are attracted to bald British men.
I hear something.
Axel?
when I first played this game, this scene was so freaking tense.
Yeah.
Just the whole hissing and the smoke and the fog, waiting on the tram, just pure gold.
If you make too much noise, you know.
Yeah, you can get killed here if you just dick around too long.
Yeah, well, we're just gonna go all the way over here. It's kind
I
of
see
funny.
nothing.
Hey, don't see. We're just gonna walk casually. I feel like every AVP live action movie was so far was like when the Star Wars Disney trilogy was made. You know, I could see that. They were pretty bad movies. And yeah, the whole like Trump v. Musk feud was kind of hilarious because no one knew what to really do. All the people that hated Musk were like, "Wait, do we hate him now? Please update the patch. Please give us a patch update. Do we destroy Teslas or buy them? We can't tell. Or do we buy a Tesla and then destroy it?"
I hear Candace Owens is back in the news again for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, they've tried to impeach Trump, but they got nothing to impeach him on. I mean, they call him the Teflon Don for a reason. Because they usually try to get him on stuff that doesn't make any sense to anyone but themselves. And he hasn't actually done anything. It's not as bad as that auto pin, I'll tell you that.
I heard that Trump likes pineapple on his pizza. Impeach him.
Oh my god! Truly heretical. Much heresy. Alright, so we got to the Xenomorph already. This is a long game. We're about to get to the first part of the real gameplay now that we got out of the tutorial. And this is an hour. Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro
Yeah,
are
the
bumping
game
up.
officially begins.
Oh, that sounds almost as nasty as the Alien Queen and Alien Resurrection. The idea of Ben Shapiro thrusting. Oh, oh please, God, no. Michigan does sound like they're going to try to do something stupid. Oh, yeah, we don't actually have the thing yet. I don't... Oh, we want to turn on the unstable system? We don't really need the speaker system. Okay. Yeah, Michigan is kind of going the way of Colorado in some respects. Well, hosts should be alive, but you know, in anything that's not a book or a certain kind of game, the xenomorphs just kill people because reasons. Like, you think so? It's like, wouldn't Axel be dead? You can't exactly incubate that. But the only game that really got the whole like incapacitate thing right was AVP Extinction, where like you would attack humans and all you would do is just, you know, knock them out. There was only like a couple units that would actually outright kill humans. Now the state eventually. Texas is good. Just don't bring any bad
I
politics
hear everything's
here.
bigger there.
Well, see, I can make a joke about that. Oh man, I can make a joke about that, but I won't. I'd get in trouble.
Don't get canceled.
No, the joke I can make is just ask my ex. Da 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 da. That was the only thing she didn't complain about.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Candace Owens thinks dinosaurs are fake. I don't know if the
Wait,
silencer
what?
built.
What?
Yeah, Candace Owens apparently
What
thinks
did
dinosaurs.
Candace Owens do?
Okay, this is really hard. And not the good way either. Not the good Texas way. Actually being able to fight the Paranorax over here, not easy. When I first played the game, what I had to do is I'd just like lead him over here, I'd hide in the vent, and then I'd bash him over the head with the wrench. You think the silencer build will make it through? I don't know if we want the silencer build to make it through, if only because there's a lot in that build that's bad. Space is a Zionist conspiracy? What? Oh my god. I need a vacation. There we go. That's the smacky smack button. Alright. You see, these guys have guns, and all we've got is a wrench.
I don't think they spawn until you pick up the tuner.
I remember dying so many times here, though. Like, so many times.
I just went up the stairway on the left and stealthed my way through. I only happened to kill one in that little middle area.
And then I just walked right up to this one, so I don't really...
Circuits are fried. Easy fix. Just need to find a new data cell.
Yeah, I don't think that the spawn trigger is you picking up the tuner device.
Nobody can see me. I'm just gonna solid snake it right back to that door.
We find her and we kill her.
Exactly, like the facehuggers need like a human or a live host to do something, so you would think the xenomorphs wouldn't be killing that many people. But, you know, it's more dramatic for the guy to get tail spikes instead of just like drug away. But that's why in Alien, or Aliens, you see just the xenomorphs hauling people off or beating them up, you know? You imagine like a xenomorph just like punching somebody in the face, it's like, you come with us, punch!
Ooh, that reminds me, I got some more trivia for you.
Go for it.
In Aliens, when they filmed the nest scene, it was the same location that Batman used for Access Chemicals. So years later, when they went to film, the crew walked in and found the dead prosthetic-looking people that were mummified.
Yeah.
And they thought they walked into some type of like slaughterhouse,
Oh.
and they all freaked and ran out.
I mean, I know I would.
They're glued to the walls.
So that would
Yeah,
be
it's kind of funny.
I mean, yeah, that. It's like if it's dark or you just walk in there and see that, you wouldn't know it's like, oh, it's from a movie. You'd be like, as you know, still need biomass.
That's actually what happened. A lot of the people from England didn't see the movie.
What's kind of weird though is like a lot of these American blockbusters are very popular over there. Like, they're very big fans of RoboCop, Aliens, Terminator, stuff like that. Although I'm not sure, like, if there's any British people in the house, do y'all like Star Wars or not? Because it doesn't seem like y'all like Star Wars as much as you do these other movies, at least from what I've seen online. Would Ninja Toast being able to affect? No, they wouldn't. Anti-anime bill. Evidently that's not really true. Oh yeah, we need to save somewhere here. Two friends. Okay, so Star Wars was popular in the UK. All right, but I mainly just hear people online talking about RoboCop, Terminator, and Aliens and Alien. So when was the first time you saw Alien, Triple X?
First time I saw Alien was probably... I was probably like maybe 7 or 8.
Okay, so you saw it as a kid.
I saw it out of order, though. I saw 2 before I saw the first one.
I think that happened with me as well, but I don't remember the first time I ever saw Alien. Or Aliens, for that matter. There it is.
I was hooked, though.
Oh, indeed. The thing I remember the most, though, is one of my relatives stayed over at the house for a weekend, and it was a kid about 12 years old, and I showed him Alien for the first time, and he was a big fan of it. So, like, even the youth can enjoy Alien, despite the fact it was from 1979, because it aged really well. Now, obviously, people like Aliens a lot more, because it's a much faster-paced movie, but Alien is still something that even the chillins can enjoy. That was a pretty fun weekend because, like, no, go on.
When you're a chillin, you're in it for the gore and the alien, and then when you become a grown adult, you're in it for the plot.
Yeah. Oh crap.
But you still secretly love the gore.
Sorry, it was nothing.
Oh crap. That was a fun weekend. Also showed him Mortal Kombat 1 and Annihilation. Oh crap! He's still there. You don't see me. There's a part in this game where you can get like a xenomorph lure. I love just throwing him in there and letting the xenomorph kill them all.
Oh, the sound distractor.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, Sean Connery's Outland. I need to watch that. I also got that sitting on my hard drive. What if the host is missing an arm or a leg? No, the adult form, all they need is a body. Doesn't matter how many legs they have. In fact, in one of the comics that's very famous, Alien's Labyrinth, the xenomorphs literally cut people's arms and legs off so they can't escape. It was a dark-ass comic.
I know the alien is the alien that's born is based on the host that gets impregnated. Like in Alien 3, it was a dog, which was why it was quadruped.
Yeah. The runner alien.
I still prefer the bipedal.
Okay, so we need the data cell, and it's over there. How the hell do we get over there? So somehow people still like Taylor Renz in the future. Oh, crap!
Oh!
You can't see me. Nope, I'm dead. Run! Run! Nope, dead. I knew it was gonna happen. Hey, don't worry about it. Meh, bomb. Let's see, what about the bill? The bill is basically supposed to criminalize, like, AI material that certain individuals will like. I don't think it's supposed to criminalize like animus or anything like that. I think it got overblown, but I also think the bill died too, so.
Meh, bomb. Questions are what makes streams interesting.
Yeah, you don't want me just sitting here prattling into the ether. Or talking about Che Guevara and pubic hair. Oh crap, you bastard. You know what? Aloha snack bar.
Did you just say aloha snack bar?
Yes. The xenomorph couldn't impregnate a thing, couldn't impregnate the thing simply because, like, the thing would overwrite its DNA before it would actually get a chance to do anything. Okay, where are we trying to go? Okay, it's over here. This is where I gotta actually pay attention. Alien's Labyrinth was pretty dark for the sake of the dark. Even the book was kind of nasty. I was actually mentioning that to my grandmother earlier today about like certain books that were pretty gross. Oh yeah, we're making the hamburgers. And I was like, and it made me somehow think of a Warhammer 40k book from 1992, where like a Chaos Space Marine is talking about how he likes his human meat to caramelize for 1,000 years before he eats it. That was pretty nasty when I read that back when I was a teenager. Like, you. The Name of the Rose. Huh. Never even heard of it. You know what, fuck it, we're just gonna run.
Remember Sean Connery was in this awful movie called, like, Xander or something?
Zardoz?
Zardoz, yeah.
Yeah, the gun is good, the penis is evil. I know nothing about the movie other than that.
Cinema Snob did a really good breakdown of it.
I'll need to watch that. Yeah, the Terminator novel is pretty good. I recently read that, like, just a couple months ago, and I was hooked. Like, I know the story, like, in and out, but I just kept... it sucked me in. It was as entertaining... It was as thrilling to read as it was if I read it the first time. No. See, all those anti-gunners, they hate the NRA, and the NRA's not even a threat. See, the NRA are filled with old fuds and the bad kind of boomer. See, I don't hate on the boomers, because my grandmother is like a boomer, and she's great. So, I can't hate on all of them. Oh, you bastard. See, I hate this part because I have no actual offensive firepower. And the only thing I could do, and I don't want to do it here because it's going to take forever. The only thing I could do is literally just lead them back here and bash them in the head. We're gonna give Ripley here some PTSD. I'm not even sure I need to go there. Yeah, I think
you could technically just make a run for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get shot in the back.
They are unrealistically accurate.
So literally what I did is I would just lead them here. Hey, I'm here, kill me. Come on, do it. Let's at least bash one
You
of
ever
these
hear
people.
about how Billy's character in Predator was so violent they had to keep protection for the filming staff and crew?
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. that could not have been a fun shoot.
Didn't they end up getting like the trots from all the bad water?
Yeah. Evidently Arnie got his own water too. Smack him! Oh, you bastard. Can sneak upstairs and whack one of them. I can't even get to the upstairs part. Now, do aliens eat? There's fan speculation that they don't. In fact, there was like a fanfic I read where like the alien's acid acts as a battery, so they don't have to eat. Do you have a director is told if you're gonna hire him, you need a bodyguard? I think one of them was also like a pornographic actor as well. I think it might have still been the Billy guy.
I also saw a theory where they said that the alien will eat minuscule amounts of people, and that's what sustains them. But, there's never ever been any concrete evidence of it.
Yeah. Damn it, you bastards. Be nice if there was like a space marine that could pop in here and just blast all of them. It's like even getting to the stairs is hard, and they will spot you in like a second. But all those like production woes and things of that nature, like Robo wants an Oreo, which, after that RoboCop stream, I don't know, maybe it happened. But like, working on any kind of movie sounds like it's like equal parts fun and terrible. And evidently in the original Alien, the director kept trying to make Sigourney feel really like off-put, having people like yell at her and such.
Glad I found you guys. Was that one of you?
Yep, he's gonna spot me immediately. No, he
By the way,
he's bugging out.
off
Oh, you fuck.
topic.
Oh, it's not Clark.
I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I said off topic. F's in chat for John Redcorn.
Yeah, I've seen some. The narrative has moved on from that to where he said like his house, or he'd said in an interview where like his house had been burned down by somebody who didn't like him. Then come to find out his house got burnt down. His house was torn down because it was condemned, and the whole story is starting to not add up. So he's still not alive. That is sad, but the story isn't like he was murdered by a bad man. Outside, my neighbors
They
outside.
didn't approve of his lifestyle.
Wait a second.
They didn't approve of his lifestyle. I didn't know he was gay.
Well, evidently not. Evidently the person that he was supposed to be with was actually female the entire time. But just said...
I have no idea what the hell's going on anymore with this.
Yeah. Now, I got the access tuner. I need to go to the left, but I keep dying before I get to the left. Oh my. Yeah, predators do eat because they are like actual biological creatures. Dan O'Bannon said the alien is an animal will need to eat. Yeah, in the book, the xenomorph does eat, but I kind of like the idea of the xenomorph being like a biomechanical creature that doesn't need to eat, that can survive in space, that is like this otherworldly, like technological abomination. See, the problem is I always get spotted. Like, this is overly difficult. I remember when I was trying to do the review, this really pissed me off. Because see, he doesn't turn around. He's just going to sit there and stare at me the entire time. It's the male gaze.
What's your opinion on Android David being the creator of the alien?
We do not speak of such things.
I thought that was stupid.
Yes, it is. It is very, very dumb. It's like, really? The weirdo guy?
We never needed an answer to where the alien comes from.
Well, or the alien could have been created by, like this advanced species that's been dead for millions of years, and it's their creation run amok. So, it's like, that's a lot better than weirdo, neurodivergent android creates it,
Yeah.
So Peter Weller had a big smile on his face. See, I didn't notice that. I didn't pick up on that. So, perhaps... Damn it, you fucking pieces of shit human. Ugh, it's like... There's just no way to fight back. They got laser vision. Man, this pissed me off when I did. And I don't want to just do the boring attrition method. I want to try to do this legit, where I do actually sneak around. Because my attrition was literally just keep leading him back, give him the bashy bash over the head. I don't think I have any crafting materials at all. No, I do. Okay.
Why not? Why not bump the difficulty down just for this section?
It's already down. It's on normal. Yeah, I can't make any med kits. This is the start of the game. I hate bumping the difficulty down. It's like, you fail. There, I'll put it on
You
easy.
missed an opportunity to get a med kit back in the beginning of the game.
God damn it.
It's
Hey, wait a
okay.
minute. Hey, wait a minute. What if I were to try to remember the controls here? No, that's the flashlight. There we go. What if I were to learn to play a video game? Oh, there we go. Okay. And I can't remember how to throw it. So I'm just gonna die. Snack bar time! Die, you piece of shit! At least I killed one. At least I killed one. See, the alien had the greatest origin of all time. It was like, here's an alien species, more ancient than humanity, that's unknowable, but instead it's just an albino tall guy. It's like, really? You gonna do that to us? You gonna do that to us? They need to distract him somehow, but I have no means of doing that. Okay, so you can't... Can you throw the... There we go. Haha.
Yes, you can throw the flare.
Alright, there we go. Alright. I know how to play video game. Look how they're so ooh, okay, since we know this works. Hey, humans. Die for it! Oh, come on. Did I have to do that? No. Did I want to do it? Yes. Filthy humans. You die for your trespass. Well, except there's one left alive. And leave one to tell the tale. When they cross swords with Ripley Jr.
I hate that you can't take their ammo off their bodies.
No, you can't take the guns. That's the problem. You can take
Yeah,
the
that's what
ammo.
I mean. Like, I would be scavenging every gun.
Because, yeah. I just love the fact that it's a revolver, though. It's a space revolver. You know, I've never seen natural born killers. You'd think I would have. Okay, that's just a thing. I don't think it's gonna ban hentai. I think it is just for certain materials that are AI generated. I think that's mainly what that's going after, which evidently does exist. I don't know why I never thought to use the flare until now. I mean, that was so much easier. I mean, like, we literally just slaughtered all those, you know, crazed psychopaths. You think
We did a thing.
And we bashed their brains. I mean, well, what brains? Oh, crap. I think I heard a xenomorph. A xeno zip. I need to save so badly. Where the hell is this stupid?
There's a save station coming up.
Yeah, I can hear it. I like how it makes a sound. So, like, in a game where you have to use both sight and sound, you know you're kind of like getting to a safe place here.
I think this was one of the first games to do binaural audio.
Huh. Rodney Dangerfield, creepy.
And you get yourself a gun.
Like the sound of that. Now, did she pass?
You
the
are
gap?
now armed.
Gas low power. Oh, there we go. Rip.
Guns.
I love that scene. Rip, you need to keep the finger
Love
off
that
the
quote.
trigger. Yeah, those are Glock pistol sights. One of the first things
That
I...
cylinder is so wonky looking, though.
It's a space cylinder. This man...
It's technically not even a cylinder because it's not round.
You know, you're right. It's more of an octagon. Step into the...
That's right. It's a space rhombus.
Exactly. So that box is actually something I use for reloading, or will use for reloading when I finally get a chance to do it. Because it comes with a Dylan reloading press. It's a special Dylan box. And yes, they do sell those boxes, and they're like $20 for a plastic box. It's like, fuck off. But it has Dylan written on. Oh, I think the Xenomorph shows up here, I think. It's been
Not until you disable lockdown.
Okay. It's been a long time since I played this game. You know, Ripley, you're going to be in some really shitty comic books, and so if you think that's bad... One of the guns in RoboCop is a Grizzly Magnum. Nice. I don't think the Colonial Marshals wouldn't be a predecessor to the Colonial Marines, because the Colonial Marines were just an outgrowth of the regular U.S. Marines. The reasonable Marines. Revolvers based off real-life Chopper Rhino. Those things are ridiculously expensive. I think the crowns represent, like, fan levels? I don't know. I still haven't been able to figure out what that is. But like, Colonial Marines, I'm going to do a re-review of that later this year. And I got to tell you, that game is not good, but it's fun with friends. So, there's that at least. And so agnostic, you go all natural, huh? I mean, you know, I can definitely respect that. So we've gone on from talking about Che Guevara to pubic hair. Thank you, aliens with your wall-ginas.
These are the important questions we need to be asking.
Wait, that's what H.R. Giger, you know, created the wall-ginas for. Okay, device invalid. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because I was busy talking about pubic hair. Damn you, Giger!
You are putting the battery in your tuner device.
Okay, now I don't know where to find the battery. It's not on the table.
It's behind the shelves that you move.
Okay. There it is. The data cell. The Space AAA, right?
Okay. One working access tuner.
Yeah, the Marshals would be law enforcement and the Marines would be military. I don't know. The Marshals would have been a new thing that, like, America or the UN or whatever would have created. The Mag 16 Truck 2 is meant to be a reference to RoboCop? Nice.
There's a second door you can use the tuner on down there before you exit the area.
I can't remember how to use the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Crap. I'm trying to remember how this works.
You just match the symbols.
There it is. I like how this is very analog. Okay, we got the hat. We got the little guy. And we got that thing. There we go. Love how 70s and analog all this stuff is, even though realistically the future wouldn't look quite like this. Although, I was thinking about it, like, maybe in this universe's timeline, you know, like, a lot of the digital revolution didn't happen in the way it happened in our timeline, maybe? Because tech is not necessarily a linear progression, so it could really be this analog in the future. Or maybe a thing happened that set digital technology back for some reason. Who knows? It's the future! See, I got a
Head down the hallway where the body was shot 3 times and you can use the Axis tuner again.
Okay, let me save real quick. I got a good fan theory for Star Wars. Why is everything so kind of primitive compared to what we have today? Just blame it on the Great Droid Rebellion. It's in one of the source books where, like, all the droids rebelled against humanity. And in one of the source books, it's like, and humanity, no, and the Jedi were able to put it down with minimal casualties. It's like, yeah, I bet they did. It's like, and that's why the technology is so much more primitive in comparison to certain things. It's like they had to kind of go back to a more basic technology so that couldn't happen again. Kira is into anime. Oh. Damn, I did not know that. Yeesh. That's how all those retro futures could work. Is like, you know, they have like the AI rebellion or something, and humanity tech's down, but still has better tech than we do, but just in a different way. Our synthetics are built, not created. Tomorrow, together. They're 3 laws safe. Honest. Seegson had to pay a $10 million fine after their robots immediately attacked all of humanity. Yeah, you would definitely need the right to repair in space, because if you didn't, no one would go, because everyone would die. Okay, can we build anything? Oh, that's the flashlight. There we go. Okay, good. We can build medkits. Or jug of blood.
I chat. Be brave, okay? Don't be afraid.
Uh-oh.
Just saying, there's a scary scene coming up, and I don't
I
want
thought you were gonna say something.
anyone to be afraid. No. I'm just bracing them for the spooky. Look at that bird. I want that bird.
The burb. How much for just the bird? He's like, I'm not really worried about Optimus becoming a thing, because Optimus is not going to replace humans because it's too slow and too weak. But as that gets more complex, I don't see people wanting robots too much, just because they're not. Computers are stupid. They only do what you tell them to do. Humans are much more versatile. I just see like humans still being in the workplace. Like, take like just a basic like labor job. Like, well, maybe not even a labor job. Like, let's take like a service industry job, like, you know, a short order cook or something. A robot's not replacing that, you know, because you need like human ingenuity to make that work. You need like shortcuts and shit like that to make to cook the crap. Crap, is that the right one? Nope, no, it's not. Hudson, run a bypass. Yeah, let's do that one, and boom. Robo waifus. Pfft. Putting DRM in everything is how we get into the endless space timeline. Yeah, DRM wouldn't work. People crack it all the time. I think like Nintendo Switch is gonna get cracked, or Switch 2 is gonna get cracked soon. Not actually. Oh, we don't have any audio logs. It's like a robo waifu sounds good, but it ultimately is can leave people very much unfulfilled.
Unless you jailbreak her.
Yeah, maybe. Make her
you need root access to all her programming.
Oh, Switch 2 has already been hacked? I thought so. Uh-oh, we got the Xenomorphs. The Xenodwarf.
Dude, this is one of the greatest intros for an alien.
See, the funny part here is this is obviously a retcon Xenomorph, because he'd be able to see her pretty easily, because in AVP humans give off all the pheromones and they can see that. But, well, maybe it's like a defective Xenomorph. Are you defective?
It's a beta.
Exactly, you don't want to put your USB-D in a slot C. Just saying. Besides, there's plenty of good humies out there. You just gotta be in the right place. See, the retcon Xenomorph is like way weaker. I love this audio because I can hear him banging around up there.
They really nailed the sound of his footsteps, like when he's on the ground.
And see, like, if the game ended when you killed that guy, that'd be great, but then it lasts like 5 more hours.
The Joes got really upset that one of the aliens got jettisoned.
They're getting kickbacks from their NGO. Yeah, that song was pretty good. Okay, so we can't escape here. I think my only real issue with Aliens or Alien Earth is they're using the same old art design. I would much prefer to see a more modern art design, honestly. Something new instead of just something we've seen before. That's one of the things I liked about classic movies is they would always sort of like evolve as time went on. I mean, yeah, having a concrete and coherent art design between each movie sounds good in theory, but it's cool to see like people using their imaginations and changing things up a little bit. It's like the difference between Alien and Aliens. We saw a clear progression. So like Alien Earth, I would like to see something other than just this again. It's like I'd like Earth to look a little different, you know?
Hey, by the way, did you see the new Resident Evil 9 trailer?
No, I did not.
Apparently, we're going back to Raccoon City after the nuke.
Oh my god. See, that's one of those things. It's like, I think certain fans will be happy to see Raccoon City again, but like, we need something new, you know? You can't just keep rehashing the same old stuff, because then it loses a lot of its value. I think one of the reasons why we like to see things go back to basics or back to the beginning is because you never know if you are going to go back to basics. And so it's much more special when you finally do.
I was content with the remakes that we got. Even 3 for as shit as they did. But yeah, I would like a new scenery. Same enemies, different location, please.
It's kind of like Star Trek. Star Trek did not constantly call back to TOS. Deep Space Nine would mention like Captain Kirk once or twice, and then they did one big tribute episode, and that was it. It stayed in its lane and didn't just keep rehashing the past. Oh crap. Oh fuck, well, he spotted me. No, but he didn't kill me, he just knocked me over. Nope, he did kill me. Yep, there we go. Oh, that actually made me jump a little bit. Because, like, I totally did not hear him or see him until it was too late.
Okay, I'm on a delay and that freaked me out.
It's like, oh dears. I like this game. You
got the head chomped.
I like this game, but I don't think I'm actually going to really beat it much after I did the video, though, just because, you know, it does go on too long. But I think the reason why modern media is not as memorable as the classic stuff is simply because they're not iterating. It's just they're giving us the same thing we already saw. Alien shouldn't be set on Earth anyway. I think now maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. I'm not going to judge it till I see it, but we needed new art designs, all kinds of stuff like that. The reason why Predator Killer of Killers worked is we got new characters, new predators, we got a whole new plot. And I'm not going to spoil it here, but it's really good. Like, I am shocked it's as good as it is. It was something new. And I'll commend Prey for also kind of changing it up a little bit by setting it back in the past. I'm all the way back here? Oh, come on, game. Don't tell me I gotta do all this again. Ugh. Maybe I just missed the save state.
Damn it, General. You had one job.
Hey, it's a Nigerian in a rubber suit. What am I supposed to do? That guy was apparently, like, freakishly tall and skinny in real life.
He was like 7'5".
Because I like to picture, I don't really know what his personality was like, but I just picture him as like some kind of like laid back stoner. It's the stoner xenomorph. He wants to get you hooked on the devil's lettuce, the fiend.
I could see a alien trying to do a bong hit, but he doesn't have thumbs.
Yeah, the flight... Ooh, yeah, Silver Wings. If they had the flight recorder at the end, can you imagine how much of an awesome ending that would be? Like, you fight all through this station, dodging xenomorphs, crazy people, robots, all of that. And then the flight recorder is corrupted and it was all for nothing. And, like, Ripley has to, like, say, like, you know what? I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep trying to find my mother, you know? That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a very powerful ending as well. Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball on that one.
They would still have to give you, like, some of the data. Like, if part of it plays and then the last bit got corrupted. Because if you just pulled the rug after 20 hours of gameplay, fans would be pissed.
Yeah, I could see that too. I see.
Like what they did with Colonial Marines. We got it. We got everything. Credits.
That was, we spent all our money on Borderlands 2.
Yeah, thank you, Randy Bitchford.
Oh yeah, Borderlands 2 got released for free, but it includes all kinds of spyware, so... Oops. I hope the base copy doesn't have that. Not that I'm going to play it again, but... The thing about, like, her trying to find the flight recorder is she can't find it because we already know that she didn't. Instead, she gets to pal around with Zula Hendricks, the most boring character imaginable. Game don't
Who is this Zulu Hendricks you speak of?
She's a character in the books. She's a Colonial Marine, and she's in all the books. She's a creator pet, essentially. A female character that is like the best ever or something. I've not read the books, so I can't judge them on their own merits, but every time you look at like the next Alien book being released, it's always Zula Hendricks. Zula Hendricks has to do this. Zula Hendricks has to do that. It's a whole big thing.
Did you save, by the way?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't hear it.
You never do.
I still say Ray could have been a good character in a better movie. Oh yeah, the Xenomorph's over here. Let's not be over here. This is where I died just 2 seconds ago. See, I'm one of those weirdos that I liked female characters back in the 90s. Back when they were actually characters.
Sigourney Weaver, one of the perfect female icons for empowerment.
Yeah, but it's not just her. Like in the 90s, there were all kinds of good
Sarah
ones.
Connor.
And in the books. Ooh, that reminds me. Oh yeah, Agnostic is asking if you're a cheeky breaky.
Wait, what?
Agnostic is asking if you're a cheeky breaky. Okay, let's do it.
Oh.
Damn you, Analog.
I don't know what that means.
It's a. Do you like Stalker? It's a Russian, Ukrainian game actually.
Oh yeah. I did see. I never played it, but it is interesting.
I played it. It's very buggy, like ridiculously buggy. But I read something on Reddit the other day. No, go on.
I like Metro.
That is a depressing ass game, but I read something on Reddit the other day that annoyed me, and I'm going to complain about it on here. Uh-oh.
Hello, my name's Ripley, Amanda Ripley. I need your help.
Please take a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Get him, Zem. Chew him up good.
Simpson is losing the tech race.
This is why you don't want to have robots. They
Oh
always
no,
run
she
a
wants to
little-
speak to the manager.
The manager's dead. But no, something on Reddit that I read. It was I didn't actually go into the actual subreddit that it was in, but just the title was like, oh wait, let's turn that camera feed off. There we go. No, we need door access. Damn, I'm an idiot. We don't have enough electricities for that. We don't need to breathe. Who needs to breathe around here?
Breathing's
No.
overrated.
But the thing I keep trying to get to, but keep getting distracted. The title was, ask your boyfriend how many female writers he likes, and if he doesn't like enough, he's a sex ass. And I'm like, really? Who sits around counting up the number of male or female writers they like? I don't understand it. Nobody asked me that. I'd be like, why does it matter? But people have got too much time on their hands.
If you hear booms in the background, I apologize. Someone's lighting off fireworks.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the oh crap. Does he attack now or not? I don't remember.
Can I help you?
I need to get into
Yes,
comms.
you are fair game now.
That is a restricted area.
It's an emergency. Don't you realize what's going on?
Apollo has the situation in hand. Your registration is almost complete.
Forget it. I'll find my own way in.
I wouldn't advise it.
Agnostic, I'll never tell.
Oh my. Okay, so he is over there. We need a key card. Now see, that's the only problem with like AI. They're going to fall. The computers are stupid. They do what you. They only do what you tell them to do. So, if that were a human, you might be able to convince him to not be so stupid. But yeah. Yeah, Flag Day is next week. On I think Saturday. I think it's the 275th anniversary. Or is it the 300th? Man, I can't do math right now.
250.
So it's 250. Okay, well, all right. For some reason, I was thinking of Bicentennial Day. Oh yeah, it'd only be 200. Wow, America really hasn't been around that long. We've kicked a lot of ass in a short period of time. Just saying. Got these countries been around thousands of years. How many aircraft carriers do they have? None.
Exactly.
How many went to the moon?
Oh no.
So yeah, people always talk about like America is a young country, but when you think about it, America really isn't. America's been around for 250 years. You know, like Germany hasn't been around that long. France technically hasn't been, like, the Frankia people have been around a long time, but like France as we know it today hasn't been. Just saying. Visited the Lexington at Corpus Christi. Nice. That is an awesome ship. Okay, do we...
Not to make a dig on the Middle East, but they've been around for centuries and their houses are made of dust. We've been around for 250 and their houses are awesome.
Now, to be fair, to put our Tim Pool beanies on our heads, some of those sandstone blocks are pretty tough. But yeah, you know, and those places have been around for thousands of years. Like Iraq was like one of the first civilizations ever, the Babylonians, you know. And well, we see how that works. But like America, 250 years, you know, like we're older than Italy, we're older than a lot of these countries. Like the people have been in these countries for a long time, but as a country, they haven't been. The concept of like a national identity is something that's very new. Okay, is he gonna try to attack if I walk by you? Okay, so he's not gonna attack if I walk by him. Okay, that's good. You don't see me. You haven't spotted me.
You know what I think? You know what I think sets us apart from others? Toilet paper.
Yeah, we don't use pages from the Sears catalog anymore.
Exactly. If you don't use toilet paper, I can't interact with you.
Some kind of tracker.
Yeesh. Can you imagine that?
It's been modified.
This is a lot more useful than the tracker in the original Aliens, which is just a dot. Oh crap, here he is.
Yeah, but that thud noise it makes was
problem.
awesome.
Then it was.
Corn cobs.
An anus of steel, as they say.
Does that make it poop corn?
Oh god.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
But yeah, America is a very different country from a lot of these other places just because we're not like a race of people, I guess you could say. We're not German. We're not X, Y, and Z. What we got is a shared identity of like Americanness, you know, the Constitution, the idea of individual liberty. Now, obviously not everybody believes that, California. But it is one of those things that really separates the U.S. from other places. Now, I'm not going to be like America's the best of all time, but America, the people, I think, are definitely underrated when it comes to the media, you know. People always say that Americans are stupid, but there are some stupid ones. The stupidest ones are the loudest, you know. I'm very proud to be from America. I'm very proud to be an American, where I know I've got AC. So, yeah. And the fact, that's one of the reasons why I don't want there to be a national divorce or a boogaloo. Because you got to consider how weird it is for a country this size to not fight itself any more than it does. We've had one giant civil war, and that was it. Like, you would think there'd be more conflicts, but there's not been. So, I would like to avoid, you know, like the great California-Nevada war, you know, if we can, you know. I don't want to go over there.
But America, Canada.
Try to avoid that too, because people be like, you know, like Americans are so violent, man. It's like, no, we're not really. With this many guns in this country, no, our murder rate's a lot lower than it probably should be. Yeah, if
there were more guns, there'd be less crime.
But it's actually true. It sounds like it might not be, but like, if a criminal is
when
worried
the threat
about...
of everyone is armed.
Wait a second.
When the threat of everyone is armed, no one's gonna want to commit a crime.
Yeah, except for the crazy ones.
Exactly.
It's one of those things that people don't quite realize.
I need to contact my ship.
Can't allow that, huh? Meth.
I mean, nothing says stay off my lawn better than a 45 ACP.
Indeed. But the whole idea that, but like, Americans are very different from other countries, just because like we do have this individualist streak that a lot of other places don't have. And I think a lot of people online especially just need to touch the grass. Like, you know, you have like a good old-fashioned cookout. People just want to live. Just let people live, damn it.
Don't you recognize me? Listen to me. We've got to reestablish long-range communications.
Uh-oh.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Oh! See, the robot just stands there dramatically so he can do that instead of just immediately rushing over to bash him. And see, movie blob could not exist in a society other than America. That's the paradoxical thing about these Redditors is they wouldn't know how to keep their mouth shut nearly as much as they think they could. They wouldn't even think they'd need to. In the society they want to have, that's why they get canceled all the time. They wouldn't know how to live. They'd say something stupid, and they would not have good days. Now, what's kind of neat is Flag Day is my mother's birthday. She's turning 21 years old finally, and so.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, we have very good genes in this family, so she has aged very, very well for a 21-year-old. Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, women max out at 21. Just saying.
It's funny. My mom's 21 as well.
Exactly. Crap. That Robro is there. We need RoboCop. RoboCop would just punch him in the head. Okay, now we can shoot him. We can shoot him in the head. I tried to bash him in the head, but that did not end well. I ended up dying a lot. Because you'd think he would be able to, but, well, he is stronger than a,
Did you save before you attempt to murder him?
If I... Oh, crap! Oh, crap! Run! They can't escape. They can't follow me into here. You want to help, huh? You're from the government. You're here to help. Ripley,
hey, Ronald Reagan.
Okay. How's a robot? How you fuck nut? Got him. Come on, Ripley. You can do it. I have faith in you. You've been doing jazzercise. Hey, you're old like me. You know, you've heard of jazzercise, right?
Yep, and Prancercise.
Never heard. Oh, damn it. Bash his head in. Okay, we hurt him. We've wounded him. We've given him brain damage. Damn you, Ripley! Why can't you load more than one bullet?
Oh no, it's a working Joe Biden.
More than we had. Okay, good little bastard. Unwarranted. Oh, crap. Nope. Neck snapped. Okay. Well, we're gonna try that again. Richard Simmons. Oh man, sweating to the oldies. And if you want to feel like an oldie, those oldies would have been like maybe 10, 20, no, maybe not 10 or 20 years old, but like maybe like 20 or 30 years old at that point. Now they're like 60 years old. Try aiming. What do you want to do that for? Yeah, my mother was a big fan of jazzercise back when it was popular. Evidently, like back in the 80s, like sneakers were really, really, really expensive compared to what they are today. I can only presume.
Hey, FYI, 10-minute warning for me.
All right. We'll try to get the where the fuck we're trying to get the gubbin, the MacGuffin. There we go. The comms control. At least we saw the xenomorph.
You made it further than I thought you were going to.
This is a long, bloody game. Stop the insanity, lady. I never even heard of it. That reminds me of the all those don't do drug commercials. The one where they had like that psycho woman like smashing everything. This is your brain on drugs.
Remember that commercial?
Yeah. As a youth, I thought she was kind of cute.
It's what your family goes through, what your friends go through.
Don't you recognize me?
I never was a drug guy, so it didn't really mean much to me. Rachel Leigh Cook is the girl in those. This is your brain on drugs. I did not know her name. She's got to be really old now.
She always reminded me of the girl from Fight Club, Marla Singer.
I've never seen Fight Club, but I'm aware of like what it's about. Now that is an early 2000s film bro movie, that is for sure. It's like Rage Against the Machine, man. It's like we're not just gonna be like corralled, man. We're gonna blow it up, man.
His name was Robert Paulson.
Okay, I forget what I'm trying to do here. Okay, here we go. This is where we're trying to be. Trying to open up a door, I think. Oh, here it is. Camera feed. Haha. Hey, I just haven't gotten around to the film bro. I've watched the other film bro movies like American Psycho. I saw that in theaters. Alright, we're almost done for the day. Well, we've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Come on.
The band could do that, but it's one of those things.
Who hasn't seen Fight Club?
Me?
I just saw it in chat, and I'm like, what? You didn't see Fight Club?
Okay, here we go. Come on, jab your arm. It's the good stuff, man.
Take the Fauci ouchie.
Yes.
The Ripley Prickly.
Oh my. All right. Okay, we'll gonna be in the stream. In any event, I'm General Lotz, wishing you good. Alien Isolation. It's a very good game. Very long though. And so we'll be coming back next week with Medal of Honor Spearhead.
And I am Triple X Medic. No stream tonight, unfortunately, but I will have one Tuesday, technically Wednesday morning at 12:30.
Excellent. And so we're gonna wish you good, Alien, or whatever makes you happy.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, and please consider leaving a like or a comment, as the algorithm desires your soul. And I want to thank all those fans who have supported this channel, both past and present.